Welcome to Algebra 1, Unit 7, Lesson 2, Practice Problems. We'll start with the vocabulary terms for this lesson. Factored form of a quadratic expression. A quadratic expression that is written as the product of a constant times two linear factors is said to be in factored form. For example, 2 times the quantity of x minus 1 times the quantity of x plus 3, and the quantity of 5x plus 2 times the quantity of 3x minus 1 are both in factored form. Quadratic equation. An equation that is equivalent to one of the form ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0, where a, b, and c are constants and a does not equal 0. Quadratic expression. A quadratic expression in x is one that is equivalent to an expression of the form ax squared plus bx plus c, where a, b, and c are constants and a does not equal 0. Standard form of a quadratic expression. The standard form of a quadratic expression in x is ax squared plus bx plus c, where a, b, and c are constants and a is not 0. And the final vocabulary term, zero of a function. A zero of a function is an input that yields an output of 0. In other words, if f of a equals 0, then a is a 0 of f. If you need clarification on what any of these vocabulary terms mean, please use class time to ask for clarification so that you will better understand the questions in the practice problems and on any future tests. A set of kitchen containers can be stacked to save space. The height of the stack is given by the expression 1.5c plus 7.6, where c is the number of containers. Number 1. Find the height of a stack made of 8 containers. For number 1, we would simply substitute 8 in for c. So we're going to say f of 8 equals 1.5 times 8 plus 7.6. 1.5 times 8 is 12, and 12 plus 7.6 is 19.6 centimeters. Number 2. A tower made of all the containers is 40.6 centimeters tall. How many containers are in the set? So for number 2, they're not telling us how many containers, but they are telling us what the height equals. So we set the expression equal to the height they give us, and then we start manipulating the equation to get c by itself. So the first thing I'm going to do is subtract 7.6 from both sides. This will eliminate it from the right side, and now we have 33 equals 1.5c. To get rid of the 1.5, I'm going to divide both sides by 1.5. This eliminates it on the right side, and we get c equals 22. So there are 22 containers. Number 3. Noah looks at the equation and says 7.6 must be the height of a single container. Do you agree with Noah? Explain your reasoning. If we say there is one container, then f of 1 equals 1.5 times 1 container plus 7.6. 1.5 times 1 is 1.5, and 1.5 plus 7.6 equals 9.1 centimeters. So no, because one container has a height of 9.1 centimeters. If you have any questions about how to solve a practice problem like this, please use class time to ask for further clarification so that you understand what we're doing going forward on the practice problems, as well as any future tests. Select all values of x that are solutions to the equation the quantity of x minus 5 times the quantity of 7x minus 21 equals 0. To multiply two numbers together and get 0 as an answer, one of those two numbers must itself be 0. So either x minus 5 equals 0, or 7x minus 21 equals 0. One of those two must be true. So first, we will add 5 to both sides. This eliminates it on the left, and we get x equals 5. That matches answer choice F. So if x is 5, the first factor is 5 minus 5, which is 0, and 0 times anything equals 0. Next, if 7x minus 21 equals 0, the first thing we will do is add 21 to both sides. This eliminates it from the left and gives us 7x equals 21. Next, we divide both sides by 7 to eliminate it from the left, and we get a final answer of x equals 3. This matches choice E. If x equals 3, then 7 times 3 is 21, and 21 minus 21 is 0. Then 0 times x minus 5 is 0, and we find our solution. If you have any questions about how to solve a problem like this, please use class time to ask for further clarification so that you will be prepared moving forward. The expressions 30x squared minus 105x minus 60 and the quantity of 5x minus 20 times the quantity of 6x plus 3 define the same function f. Number 1. Which expression makes it easier to find f of 0? So the first expression is standard form. And it makes it easier to find f of 0 because when you substitute 0 in for x, the only thing left is the minus 60. So 30 times 0 squared minus 105 times 0 minus 60 equals negative 60. So standard form is great for finding the y-intercept. Number 2, find f of 0. That's what I just did here. Number 3, which expression makes it easier to find the values of x that make the equation f of x equals 0 true? Explain or show your reasoning. This would be factored form. And that's the 5x minus 20 times 6x plus 3. Number 4 wants to find the values of x. We take each factor, 5x minus 20 equals 0, and 6x plus 3 equals 0. Add 20 to both sides. That eliminates it from the left. We have 5x equals 20. Divide both sides by 5. That eliminates it from the left. And x equals 4. On the other factor, we subtract 3 from both sides. This eliminates it from the left. 6x equals negative 3. Divide both sides by 6. That eliminates it from the left, and x equals negative 3 over 6, which equals negative 1/2. So standard form makes it easier to find y-intercepts, which means your input is 0, and factored form makes it easier to find x-intercepts, which means your output is 0. If you have any questions about how to solve a problem like this, please use class time to ask for further clarification so that you are prepared moving forward. A band is traveling to a new city to perform a concert. The revenue from their ticket sales is a function of the ticket price X and can be modeled with the quantity X minus 6 times the quantity 250 minus 5x. What are the ticket prices at which the band would make no money at all? So we take the factored form x minus 6 times 250 minus 5x, and we set it equal to $0 revenue. This can only happen if one of the factors is 0. So 6 minus x equals 0. We add 6 to both sides. That eliminates it from the left, and x equals 6. Or 250 minus 5x equals 0. We add 5x to both sides. That eliminates it from the left. 250 equals 5x. We divide both sides by 5. That eliminates it from the right. And we get x equals 50. So at $6 and $50, the band earns no money at all. If you have any questions about any of the practice problems from Lesson 2, please use class time to ask for further clarification so that you are prepared moving forward.